News at 9. First, the highlights. Governor Solo swears a new chairman of Ayobo, Ipaja Local Council Development Area. Federal government to implement key report on health regulation. On the foreign scene, South African court acquits Nigerian pastor of rape after 8 years in jail. And in sport, Nigeria's Super Eagles move up one spot in latest FIFA ranking. Now the details. I am Sarah Adesanya. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has sworn in Honorable Oladipupo Oluwaloni as the new chairman of Ayobo, Ipaja Local Council Development Area of the state. These follow the demise of erstwhile chairman Mrs. Bolatito Shobowale after a brief illness, according to the provisions of the law. Governor Sanwo-Olu pledged his administration's commitment to providing necessary support to all the local government and local council development areas of the state in building the collective vision for a greater Lagos. The governor, while urging the new chairman to make his government a people-oriented one and fast-track development to the LCDA in line with the Themes Plus developmental agenda, also enjoined all stakeholders, including residents, community and party leaders, to support him to enhance good governance.
Upon which good governance is built, I therefore want to charge our new chairman to focus on initiatives that will enhance grassroots development, to improve service delivery and uplift the standard of living of the residents. It is essential to work closely with various community stakeholders, traditional rulers, civil society groups, and of course, your political leaders to foster inclusive governance and sustainable progress.
While expressing his gratitude to Governor Sanwo-Olu for his appointment, the newly sworn-in chairman, Oladipupo Oluwaloni, eulogized his late boss and promised to continue with her developmental strides in health, education, security, and as well uphold good governance.
I accept this responsibility with utmost humility to resolve to work tirelessly for the people of Ayobo Ipaja. I plead to consolidate on the past administration, the welfare of our people, and ensure delivery of peaceful, people-oriented program with the support of Mr. Governor and our great party.
Earlier, Commissioner for Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs, Balaji Roberts, presented the new chairman to Governor Sanwo-Olu in presence of the Deputy Governor, Obafemi Hamzat, and other top dignitaries at the event. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has made an on-the-spot assessment of traffic congested areas on the island following the closure of the Independence Bridge by the federal government for repairs. Governor Sanwo-Olu was accompanied by the State Commissioner for Transportation, Oluwaseun Oshiemi, as Information and Strategy counterpart, Benga Omotosho, and the General Manager of the Lagos State Traffic Management Authority, LASMA, Olalekan Bakari Uki, attributed the experience by motorists to inadequate communication and planning. The governor will promise that all traffic management apparatus will be deployed to restore normalcy, urged those who do not have any urgent business on the island to stay home and use online platforms to transact their businesses, while there will be alternative routes managed by LASMA officials for motorists and commuters to navigate.
After a very long holiday, after a very long weekend, people needed to get to work immediately, people needed to get back to school, and businesses needed to start, and this part of the city is like what we call the CBD, which is the business district. And so because of the inadequate communication, and I would take responsibility, ineffective communication, because they had started even before then, so you just assume that people are aware. No, you have to continue. Communication is enforcement. You have to continue before, people now make alternative plans to be able to use other routes and other, corridors, out of it. And so one of the things that I will also be advising a lot of our citizens is that This kind of thing has also happened, in another form. Let's think out of the box.
Governor Sanwo-Olu enjoined motorists to plan and obey all traffic rules and regulations. It should be recalled that the Federal Ministry of Works had earlier announced the closure of the Independence Bridge from Tuesday, 1st April, till 31st of May for rehabilitation. Lagos State Government is set to host an energy summit to chart a course forward for the energy sector, bringing together over 150 contributors and panelists. These, according to the Commissioner for Energy and Mineral Resources, Biodun Ogunleye, will bring together stakeholders, including local, international organizations, development partners, tech innovators for discussion, interaction, and knowledge sharing to enhance adoption of sustainable energy solutions towards powering the socio-economic growth of the state. Ogunleye hinted that the electricity bill recently signed by Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu will catapult the state into a viable destination for investment and improve its liability index with the right policy development, human and fiscal capacity, research, partnerships, monitor impact of local and global actions to ensure the outcomes are maximized.
We look forward to fostering collaborations among stakeholders. Now, moreover, we expect that the provisions of the electricity law will be further amplified, and energy policies, the Lagos State Energy Regulatory Commission, market and other related matters at this event will be further broken down to participants. And at the end of the day, our goal of generating more and distributing more effectively will be achieved.
200 participants will have the opportunity of touring the large expanse of land within the Dangote refinery in Ibeju, Lekki area of the state. The Lagos State Waterways Authority, LASWA, says a full-scale investigation has been initiated to determine the cause of the fire on one of the boats of the Lagos Ferry Services, Lag Ferry, earlier today at the Pakodo Terminal in Ikorodu. It says, in the meantime, additional safety measures and inspections will be reinforced across all fleets to underscore commitment to safety on the state waterways and prevent future occurrence. Preliminary reports indicate that the fire started at about 6:45 a.m. with about 19 passengers on board. All passengers were rescued alive, while the 9 of them who sustained burn injuries are receiving medical attention at the Ikorodu General Hospital. And now to the rest of the stars. The committee tasked with establishment of the National Healthcare Facility Regulatory Agency, NHFRA, has submitted its report to the Federal Ministry of Health and Social Welfare. The aim of the agency is to strengthen healthcare regulation across the country to ensure that all facilities adhere to the highest standards of care. While receiving the report in Abuja, the Minister of State for Health and Social Welfare, Isiaq Adekunle Salako, assured that the recommendations will be thoroughly reviewed and implemented. Salako emphasized the government's commitment to addressing gaps in the sector, reassured professional bodies that NHFRA is not designed to undermine existing regulators, but rather to support state-level oversight. Earlier, the Permanent Secretary, Daju Kocholam, represented by Director of Food and Drugs Department of the Ministry, Olubunmi Arebena, described the agency as a visionary initiative that would address long-standing regulatory gaps in both the public and private healthcare facility. The Delta State Government has advocated collective and proactive measures in mitigating the impact of floods and other environmental hazards. State Commissioner for Works, Rural Roads and Public Information, Charles Anyagu, said this at a news conference in Asaba and emphasized the need for community engagement, preparedness, and sustainable practices to safeguard lives and property. Anyagu, who was reacting to recent heavy rain and flood erosion along Old Lagos Agbo Road, Boji Boji Agbo, in Ika South, the local government area of the state, called for collective positive action against natural disasters. He urged residents to adopt environmentally friendly practices, adhere to safety guidelines, and work together in building a more resilient Delta state. While warning residents to desist from blocking natural waterways, Aniago said the Delta state government had constructed storm drainages in Asaba, Warri, and other parts of the state to combat severe flooding in the areas. The commissioner expressed government sympathy to all those who lost their valuables, motorcycles, and other belongings to the flood. And in foreign news, a high court in the Eastern Cape Division of South Africa has acquitted Timothy Omotosho, a Nigerian televangelist accused of raping young women in his church. Omotosho and his two co-defendants were arraigned on a 32-count charge bordering on rape and human trafficking. News 24 reported that Omotosho will be deported to Nigeria immediately after the judgment. The co-defendants are Lusanda Solani and Zikiswa Sitho. Several young women had accused the pastor of luring them into his home in Umlanga, a town in South Africa where he allegedly molested them. In April 2017, the Nigerian pastor was arrested shortly after he landed at an airport in South Africa. He's the senior pastor of Jesus Dominion International, based in Durban, South Africa. He's also the founder of the Team Omotosho Global Outreach and Ancient of Day Broadcasting Network. According to News 24, Emma Sherman, the trial judge, yesterday ruled that the state prosecutor did not prove the case beyond reasonable doubt. The Nigerian pastor had been in South African prison since his arrest in 2017. And in sports, Nigeria's Super Eagles rose up one position in the latest men's ranking released by FIFA on Thursday. In the first ranking released by FIFA in 2025, the three-time African champions moved from 44th to 43rd position. Eric Chele's side dropped one spot in Africa, moving out of the top 5 on the continent. The Atlas Lions of Morocco, Teranga Lions of Senegal, Pharaohs of Egypt, Desert Foxes of Algeria, and Elephants of Cote d'Ivoire are the top-ranked teams in Africa. Argentina extended their lead at the top of the ranking after booking a place at the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Spain, France, England, and Brazil all kept their place in the top 5. Just before we go, maintain adequate distance from the vehicle ahead of you to avoid collision. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms: X at Traffic Radio 961, Facebook Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM, Instagram Lagos Traffic Radio 961. Subscribe and watch our news and programs live on YouTube at Traffic Radio 961. You can also visit our website www.trafficradio961.ng. Did you know that the Sonlo administration supported 3,673 businesses with 1.156 billion naira and a plethora of interventions including grants, mentorship, business advisory, and capacity building, as well as market access opportunities? You can get more details on the Lagos State Government website. To end the news, here are the highlights of the major stories. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has sworn in Honorable Oladipupo Oluwaloni as the chairman of Ayobo Ipaja Local Council Development Area of the state. The Nigeria Civil Aviation Authority (NCAA) has issued a warning to international airlines over the deportation of Nigerian passengers mid-journey due to visa or travel restrictions.
News from Lagos Traffic.
And in sports, Nigeria's Super Eagles rose up one position in the latest men's ranking released by FIFA on Thursday. For contact with the newsroom, send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. That is the news broadcast compiled by Adesanya Ejoyuka. I am Sarah Adesanya. Thank you for listening and God bless you.
This message is